Kay gwapa kay ta. Okay, so good morning everyone. So for this morning, before we start, always remember that we will have an attendance. So, 'di ba? I already 'di ba in your class schedule or in your schedule, we will only meet twice a week. Am I right? That is Monday and Wednesday. No.
Yes, miss.
Yes,
Yes,
Okay.
miss.
miss.
However, even if we do not meet on Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, bisag dili ta magkita ana, I will still be checking your attendance and you will be submitting to me quizzes or activities. So, it doesn't mean that we will not have a class in English, you will not also have the attendance. So, always remember between 7:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m., that will be your English time and that is the time that you're going to make or have your attendance or to fill in the attendance form. Usara na ka-link ang attendance form, okay? I will just be giving you one link for the entire school year that is for your attendance. Pero maka-check ra ko kinsa gihapon ang present. Okay. No, so ingon ana ha. Again, one link for the entire attendance. I will be posting it in Google Classroom. Naka-join na ba ang tanan sa Google Classroom?
Yes, miss.
Okay, from time to time, please put this in mind. From time to time, always check your Google Classroom. Okay? Ha? From time to time. Dili pwede nga dili nga inyo rang pasagdan ng inyong Google Classroom. So, sometimes I will not be telling you in Messenger nga nag-post ko sa Google Classroom. So, that is why you need to install Google Classroom para ma-notify siya ninyo nga naay ni chat or naay ni post ninyo dito nga teacher. Okay? So, again, always remember between 7:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. always sign in the attendance. That's number one. Number two, always remember that every day you will be submitting output. It's either activity, quiz, or written output. No? Okay. Florence, please turn off your mic. Lyra May too. Okay. Okay. So, number two, always remember that you will be submitting outputs every day. Okay? So, every day you will have any output, maybe quiz, sit work, assignment, or magsulat mo, anything. Basta na mo yung output every day. And that will be submitted in the Google Classroom. Is that clear?
Yes, miss.
Yes,
Yes,
Okay, very
miss.
miss.
good. Oh, you can just have your thumbs up. Kanong i-video ninyo tanan. Okay, everybody, please turn on your videos because I want to see you. Sige na, karon nga ni first day of class. Okay. If you cannot use your microphone, you can just use your thumbs up. Okay? Okay, very good. Now, so that is number two. You will submit you will submit the output that I will be telling you. Now, moingon mo, Miss, kinahanglan, Miss, nga i-submit na ko ang output on that time. Dili necessary on that time, but on that day ninyo i-submit ang output. So for example, I will be giving you one day to finish the output. So for example, I will be giving you the task now. The deadline is tomorrow. Do you get me? Okay,
Yes,
very good. Very good. Next, number three. Number three, always remember to check your Google Classroom and your Facebook Messenger. Okay? So those are the three main rules. Number one, what is number one? Pressy, what is number one?
Check the Google Classroom, miss.
Number
Tindan
one.
po. Tindan.
Okay.
Yeah, attendance.
Number one, you need to sign in the attendance. During what time?
7:30 to 8:30.
Very good, Lyra. Okay, number two. What is rule number two? Let me hear from Sofia Mativo. What is rule number two?
Every day, dapat na mapas nga outputs, miss.
Okay, very good. Rule number three, Stephanie Rabago.
Always check your Facebook Messenger and
Google Classroom, Miss.
Very good. And the most important rule of all is rule number 4. Always speak in English when it's English time. No. Okay. So, kanang swerte kaayo mo no nga wa jud ta nagkita sa classroom ron because you will not experience speaking in English whole day inside the school. Na ni smile si Fiona kay di siya ganahan mag-English. Ingnan na si mama diya sa luyo nga ayaw sige yaw-yaw kay nadungog siya ha. Okay. So I will be sending you the okay, so for today, the attendance will be
Ma.
posted o unsa man. Oh, di ba Lyra, hipahilumay mong mama. Okay. So the attendance will be posted in the Google Classroom, okay? So I will just post it later after our class. Nasabtan? Okay?
Yes, Miss.
Okay, now here I will just have a refresher or sort of review. Ay, wala din ako gi-share akong screen kagwapa gid. Sorry. Wala din na share. Okay. Dara. Let me share you my screen first. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. Can you see it now? Can you see it now? Wala pa? Oh.
Wala pa, ma'am.
How about that?
Nana,
Okay na,
miss.
Miss.
Okay, very good.
Okay na, Miss.
So for this morning, before we start our formal class, I will be sharing with you the what do you call that? The schedule, the class schedule. So first, we will have English, and then TLE, and then 9:30 to 10 is your recess, and then science, and then AP. If you notice na ay mga teachers nga na change, di contact nga na ninyo yung mga teachers nga na change. So, na-change na teacher is your science is now Mrs. Tessie Lahay-Lahay. And then your AP is Sir Jimon Buico. And then, next is your Filipino, Ma'am Christine Rebamonte. Mathematics is Ma'am Jeveros Mancao. And your MAPE is still Sir Ariel Guijaldo. Okay, now there are changes in the schedule. So, di ba, niingon ko ninyo no nga, we will not meet every day, but at least, or maximum of twice a week, nga mag-ingon anita. So, the schedule for your subjects nga mag-video call mo is here. Okay. Uy, oh. So, for your 7:30 to 9:30 class, that is 7:30 to 8:30, 8:30 to 9:30, you will have it on Monday and Wednesday. Okay? Nasabtan ninyo? While on in Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, maghimo ra mo activities. Maora na siya ang inyong buhaton sa kanang nga subjects kanang English, TLE, Filipino, and Math. So upat ka subjects ang inyong kitaon karong adlaw. So after English, TLE, but Ma'am Herosa will not be here. So I will still be the one who will use the time. And then inig kahapon, Filipino and Math. No, inig hapon. And then inig ka tomorrow ang inyo na pong online class is AP, ESP, and Science, and then MAPE. Nasabtan?
Yes, Miss.
Yes, Miss.
Okay. But, it doesn't mean nga wala mo'y klase, dili mo or dili mo magbuhat sa activity. You will still submit activities depending on the subject area that is given or depending on the task that is given to you. Nasabtan?
Yes, Miss.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay,
Miss.
very good.
Yes,
So it
Miss.
means
Yes,
it
Miss.
means that it means that inig ka ng class, ka ng scheduled nga online class. For example, sa English, that's Monday and Wednesday. Kanang PTHF Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday sa English, offline class na siya. So maghimo mog activities. While Monday and Wednesday, online class na siya. Mag-ingon anita. Okay? So kanang Monday and Wednesday magklase gyud ta. Mag-discuss with ang teacher. While on Tuesday, Thursday and Friday maghatag og activity or if naa mo nalibgan, i-chat lang si teacher para mangutana mo. It doesn't mean nga wala mo klase, di mo pwede mo storya ni teacher, ha? So you can still talk to your teachers even if you don't have class. Do you get me?
Yes, miss.
Yes,
Yes,
miss.
miss. Yes,
Very
miss.
good. So are you ready? We will start now.
Yes, miss.
Okay. So we will have the election of class officers after the class, okay?
Yes, miss.
So we will start now. Mag-quiz ba ako?
Mm.
Hala, are you ready?
Oh,
Okay.
ma'am.
Of course you are ready. Stock students are always ready. Okay. So I will be talking about the module first. Okay. I will be sending the module. Katabi kayo inyong gikaguptan sa GC na nag-send inyong math teacher og module. I will be sending that one also in the Google Classroom. Okay?
Yes, miss.
Okay, very
Yes,
good.
miss.
Okay. So, welcome to the English 8 Alternative Learning Delivery Mode on using persuasion to convey emotional response. So, mo ni siya, no, this is, you can just read this in your module. So, the module has this following parts. Number one, what I need to know. This will give you an idea of the skills or competencies you are expected to learn in the module. This part includes activities. This part includes activity that aims to check what you already know about the lesson or what you already know. So, what I know. So, mo ni siya kani nga part sa lesson is murag ka nang i-test nila kung unsa na jud imong nahibaw-an sa klase ninyo. Okay. Now, next part of the module is what's in. What's in? Okay. This is a brief drill or review to help you link the current lesson with the previous one. Okay, mo na siya. Okay, next. What's new? So, what's new? In this portion, the new lesson will be introduced to you in various ways. So, mo ni siya sa module, kay sa module manggod, basahon ra ninyo. But here, the teacher will really discuss. So, mo ni nakalain ano, kay kung namoy mga nalibgan, makapangutana dayon mo. Unlike sa module, nga kamuray mag-self-explain, mag-search mo ni Google, kamunay mo bahala ma-gita og explanation. Okay. So, we will not deal with this because these are just the parts of the module. So if you can see here, there is an assessment in every end of our discussion. We will always have an assessment or quiz, and then after that you will have your own activities. You will either write something or you will create something out from that. So dili na ni siya, di ba, sa una no kay mag-groupings dayon kay numdo mo magklase. After discussion, you will have groupings or you will choose a pair or by trio, but now you will do it individually. So now we will really check who among you here has learned the lesson properly. Is that okay?
Yes, miss.
Okay, very good.
Yes, miss.
Okay, so now, okay, so here are the things that you are going to learn after going through this module. You are expected to, number one, identify the degree of modality and mode of persuasion used in the sentences in conveying emotional response and reaction to an issue to persuade. Number two, cite steps to address a certain issue using the mode and language of persuasion. So, ayaw sa mo pag-copy og notes ron ha. I-screenshot lang sa and then you later copy your screenshots to your notebook. Okay? Okay, number three, examine a written text to identify the characteristics of a persuasive text and provide evidences from the given text. Number four, recommend plausible actions on a certain issue. And number five, compose an essay applying the characteristics of a persuasive text, features of language, degree of modality, mode of persuasion, and to use emotional response on a certain issue. So based on number five objective, you will be,
Right
what
to
are you going to
say.
do?
Writing essay.
You will be writing an essay. Di na essay, ha? You will be writing an essay. Okay? So,
Yes,
mag-write mo og essay. So, it is expected that you will be submitting an essay that is about the topic that I will be giving you. Okay? Are you ready for that?
Yes,
yes,
miss.
miss.
Yes, miss.
Or
Yes,
stock
miss.
students are always
Yes,
ready. Okay, mo dyan na ibutang sa auto ka, stop, students are always ready. Dili pwede nga, dili ready. Bisan pa o gaduka pa ka din na, o dapat always ready, good. Okay, so now, what I know. Sige mo, nani. I will be checking what you have known when you were still in grade 7. So how will I check that? I will be giving you a link and then you are going to answer the quiz that I will be giving you. I will be giving you 5 minutes only. I will be giving you 5 minutes only to answer the quiz. Okay. Sige. Unsa may quiz? Mm. So the link is there. I will be I will be sharing the link here. Okay. I will be giving you 5 minutes only to answer the quiz. Your 5 minutes starts now.
Excuse me, miss.
Yes.
Hadi ay ewan ko kakuan
Naman.
yung daan sa mag-ikuan ng link, miss.
Nasa chat din he.
Ay,
Tanawa. Nasa kilid.
daday, miss. Sorry.
Okay. Nalay usa nga nahuman. Rabago. Nakakita mo sa inyong score? Okay? So, daan na sila, no? Si Daghan na ang human na. Okay, you have 2 minutes left. Okay? Human na ang tanan. Hello? Are you there? Okay, last 1 minute. Mm. Kinsa man ang dili makakuan sa link? Joseph. Arlante. Kate? Okay. So, it's already done. No? Hello? Hi. Hi. Are you
Hi,
still there?
miss.
Hello,
Miss.
Miss.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Yes,
Miss.
Oh,
miss.
kami na ko inyo na kong gibiyaan. Okay. So, you're done. How did you find the test?
Um,
Kind of stressful, Char.
Easy.
Char.
Easy lang.
Roasted.
Easy.
Easy.
Madadara.
Okay, madaran no, kaya na may multiple choice. Pwede naman mabutikaw, butikaw, labot ikaw.
Labot ikaw.
Yes, okay. So let me see big kinsay mga okay. Napay 7 ka buok nga wala pa naka-answer. Okay, so I have seen here the scores. This is over 25. Let me see big kung naabay nakakuha og 20 above. Okay, so we have 19 Sofia Mativo and then 17 Arlante. Wala nakakuha og 20. Oh my god. Why? Lisod.
My bleeding is my nose, miss.
Okay, your bleeding is your nose. Sige lang. That is just a pretest. Don't worry. So you will expect more of like that, more of that kind of activity. No, nila siya no kay time siya ba na siya time ma-pressure yung kag answer. No, dili pa jud ka search sa Facebook or sa Google kay dali kayo ang time ma-expire. Nya di pa jud ka wala pa jud kay seatmate, di ka kapangutana, di ka ka-chat. Kay inig chat nimo, ma-ex dayon. Ma-ex ang imuang gi-open. Okay, so now let's go. So I have here a conversation. Okay. So John Mark will be the boy and then I want Kim Rose to be the girl. Okay, please read Kim Rose. Hi Kim Rose and John Mark. Sige, basa. Lawa na, natug na. Na-mute man imong mic. Sige, una man ni si Kim Rose. Hello, Juan.
Hello. Hello.
Okay, go.
Hello, one. I've heard that our province has been lifted into ma'am, nalagyan ni kanang XX, ma'am.
XX.
Kanang slideshow, ma'am ba? Di ko kaya. Enhanced general warranty.
Yes,
Okay.
it's all in the news. Well, I'm not much happy about that since going back to school is still impossible until we are completely safe from COVID-19.
If that's the case, we can still do modular class or online class. There are many ways to learn. All we have to do is adjust with the new learning modularities. What do you
Modalities.
think?
I don't really get the idea of those learning trends, so I decided not to enroll this school year and simply stay at home.
Are you kidding? I already enrolled online. I don't get your idea of not pursuing your education, but I think you.
I thank you. So, what is the conversation between the boy and the girl? Sige, anyone can answer? What is the conversation between the boy and the girl? Huh? What do you
About
think? Yes, Cassie?
about
Okay, Kyle? Yes, Kyle? Kyla? Kyla Kananea?
uh, about school. About
It's
the
about, okay, okay, go.
about the learning how ala putol-putol.
It's about the
Bisaya lang.
learning. It's
It's
you
about
just
the learn.
you try to speak in English. Sige na. Lisod pa man gina sa sugod kay mao pa may pagsugod na to, but you will just learn. So it's all about
Yes.
learning modalities or if the other student is going to enroll or not. No? No? Just like you are you
Yes,
were
miss.
you were confused if you are going to enroll or not. Samot na magmodular ba or mag-online ba?
Online.
Okay. So based on the conversation, do you think that the boy is convinced to go to school?
No.
No,
No,
No.
very
Not
good. So
really.
the boy
No,
is not,
miss.
yes. So the
No.
boy is not willing to, or is not decided to go to school. What is the girl doing?
Conversing her.
convincing the
Yes,
boy.
very good. The girl is convincing the boy. So now, if you were the girl, so if you were Maria, what would you say to Juan to persuade him to enroll this school year? So, in your notebook, I want you to write your answers. Okay. I will give you 3 minutes only to write your answers on your notebook. So, if you were Maria, how are you going to convince Juan? And then you will also write the response of Juan. Sige. I will give you 3 minutes to answer that one. After 3 minutes, I will be calling somebody to present or to share their answers here. Sige, papel lang sa, but you transfer it to your notebook.
Dai.
Okay. You try to answer. How? How will you convince Maria, or I mean Juan, to go to school?
Miss.
Oh, unsa man?
Pila ka sentences, Miss?
Pwede ra 3 to 5 sentences. Sige. Last 1 minute. Okay? Okay. So let me hear from Okay, let me hear from let me see. I want to hear from mm, okay, na si Erin din he. Montesilio. Are you around? Okay. Let me hear from Zyrus. Sige, Zyrus, how will you convince Juan? Hi, Zyrus, are you there?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Oo, unsa man.
Can I answer?
Sige, go, Eliza. Volunteer. Very good. Sige, how will you convince Juan if you were Maria?
We should not stop learning even how difficult the situation is, because we the youth are the hope for the better future. Keep on fighting, never stop, and reach your dreams. Trust me, it will be very worthwhile. Work hard, don't let trials stop you, so you better enroll now.
Okay, so if that is so encouraging kaayo no, encouraging kaayo ang mong gisulti ni Juan. So if that is If that is what you told Juan, what is the response of Juan?
Um, Mo-agree daw siya, ma'am.
So Juan will say that he will enroll already. Okay. So for the other answers, I want you to take a picture of your answers and then you upload it later in our Google Classroom. Okay?
Yes, miss.
So mag-post ko dito
Okay,
og
miss.
question, mag-post ko og question and then ang inyong answers adto ninyo ibutang sa comment box. Dili maghimo og laing post, adto ra sa comment box because I will be checking that later. Okay? So
Yes,
now,
miss.
let's check your understanding. Is it easy to convince people on what you believe in? Huh? Is it easy to convince people?
No.
No.
No,
Alright.
No.
Especially
no,
kung
No,
maligya
miss.
ka.
not
No, ka na
really.
No.
mamalig no ka na mura ra na siya na maligya. If you will be selling something, you need to convince people on the effectivity of your product. It's not easy to sell something in the internet or especially everywhere. Okay, how should you persuade others? Okay, how will you convince other or what are the skills that you need in persuading or convincing other people?
Give positive reaction, miss.
Give positive reaction. Thank you so much, Pressy. What else?
Confidence.
Explain. Oh,
Confidence. Yes,
confidence
Cassie,
na.
you need to be confident. So thank you, Cassie. You need to be confident so that the people who will be listening to you will be really comfortable. Nga, he or she is really does really know his or her product or what she is saying. No, kay kung for example, if ako din ni sige ko ala unsa ganito, mutuo ka mo sa akong istorya.
Dili.
No, dili no. 'Di ba sometimes,
Dili.
especially alam mo na, unsa ganito, uy, unsa man to siya ha, ana, wala nalimot man ko, uy, ana. So dili ta mo tuon og tinuod baka niyang istorya no, og nagcharchara ni siya nako. So, so you need to be confident and you need to have positive things to tell so that you will convince the people. What are the points to remember in persuading others, especially in writing? No? So if in words of mouth, sayon ra kaayo kay with expression, with kanang mga gesture, but in writing, how are you going to persuade other people? Yes? Anyone? So that is what we will be learning this morning. So and how to persuade other people. Okay? So persuasive text. From the word itself, persuasive, meaning you will persuade or convince other people. So when you say persuasive text, a persuasive text is any text where the main purpose is to present a point of view and seeks to persuade a reader. So when you say persuasive text, you are going to write you are going to write something which will entail or which will contain your own idea, and then you are going to convince other people to believe in you, no? Naa man jay tao no nga katuuhan gid nato niya. Why is it that some people we that there are also some people that we don't believe in them? No, am I right? Nung ano man yung musulti si Presi ninyo nga, buhatan ni buhaton man jud ninyo. Nya og kung lain ang musulti di man ninyo buhaton. Am I right?
Yes, miss.
For
Yes,
example, for
Yes,
example,
miss.
if your mother will tell you to wash the dishes, you will really agree to it or you will be convinced right away. But if your ate or kuya will tell you wash the dishes, you will not be convinced in washing the dishes. Ngano jud ka ha, no?
Mm.
Hadlok sa bunal?
Hadlok ni mama.
Mahadlok ni mama. Okay. So, a persuasive text can be an argument, exposition. It could also be a discussion, a review, or even an advertisement, which means that everything can be persuasive text. It depends on the purpose and on how the text is written. So, 'di ba, when we say persuasive text, what comes into our mind? Advertisement, no? Napapaliton tag shampoo kay si Nadine ang endorser. Am I right? 'Di
Yeah.
ba?
yes, miss.
Oo. Papaliton taog kanang napkin kay si Nadine ang endorser. No, nga na. So, it doesn't just mean that a persuasive text is used in advertisement. It is used in most or in many different types. Okay. So a persuasive text is organized to include a statement of position, take note, arguments, and a reinforcement of position statement. So these are its different types, or I mean, its different parts. So when you say persuasive text, naagad na siya opinion ninyo, and then the arguments. And then lastly is the conclusion. Mao na siya ang three things that could never that you should always have in a persuasive text. Okay. Now next, there are many types of persuasive text, such as advertisements. That's number one, because you are persuading or convincing people to buy the product. Number two, travel brochure. No naman a travel brochure, because you are persuading the people to go to the place and have fun or travel to that place. Next, political speeches, of course. Yun ang mga politiko. Mga saad sa politiko, nga tagaan mo, gusto ka sa kubugas kada buwan niya, wala na di ay to. So that maka-vote mo nila. So that is an example. Next is request for donations to charities, movie reviews. So movie reviews kanang para ma-convince mo nga mutan-aw mo sa salida. Okay. Book reviews, letter to the editor, editorial writing. So these are just types of persuasive texts. So as you can see, daghan siya pwede gamitan no ang persuasive text. Okay. So now, ay, persuasive texts are usually written about topical issues that people might have varied opinions about. So when you say persuasive text, kanang pwede siya bisag unsa. It can be anything as long as it is something to be talked about or naay daghan nga magstorya about ana. It could be about your school, it could be about your online class, it could be about yourself, as long as many people is talking about it. Okay. For example, whether or not homework is necessary for students. So, you are, di ba, no? Naadyo na, no? Nga na, no? You are going to convince people to believe if homework is necessary or is not necessary in school. So, that is an example topic of a persuasive text. Persuasive texts usually follow a clear and distinct structure. So, unlike narrative or descriptive text, persuasive text is very structured. No, kaysa descriptive o sa narrative, pwede naman nimo siya, 'di ba, mag-flashback man ka no. 'Di ba, yung Wattpad na flashbacking technique? No, am I right? Am I right? No, no.
Yes, me.
Mga Wattpadders. So,
Yes,
unlike
me.
Yes, Miss.
unlike in those kinds of text, yes, unlike in those kinds of text, persuasive text is structured. Why? Because in persuasive text, you will be convincing people to believe you. So that is why you need to be structured. You need to plan what are the things that you're going to say. Dili pwede nga, alo, kanilang po ko isulti bi. And then later on, kanina sa ko isulti bi. So people will not believe you if you will not plan what you will be saying. So that is why it should be structured. So what is the structure of a persuasive text? So first, you have the title. Okay? Next, ay, next is the opening statement. Next is the series of arguments. And then last is the concluding statement. For the series of arguments, it is composed of the logos, ethos, and pathos. Okay. Nakita rin ninyo?
Yes, Miss.
Okay. Okay, unsa to siya? The series of arguments is
Logos, ethos, pathos.
very good. So the series of arguments is composed of the logos, ethos, and pathos. So I will be discussing later on. I will be discussing that later on. So this type, if you can see, this is an inverted pyramid. No, so you have the title is there, and then the meat is there, the opinion, and then muhinahinay siya ga kuan. So if you can see there, the the structure is that the structure of persuasive text should be planned. So dapat imo gyud na siyang giplanuhan kung unsaon na siya. So here, what is inside the title? So of course, the title is the topic that you are going to write about. No. So for example, you will be writing about katong ganina, whether or not homework is necessary in school. So if that is the topic, that will be the title. You will it doesn't mean that the topic is given, that is already the title. You will make your own title. Make sure that your titles are kanabitang are interesting. So for example, if ang topic is whether or not homeworks are important in school, maghimo pa jud mo og other title nga interesting kaysa sa kana siya nga kana siya nga words. Okay. The next one is the opening statement. The opening statement, or also known as the statement of position, gives an overview of the argument and reveals the position to be argued. So, if that is the case, if so, in other words, the opening statement is your opinion about or your position about the certain topic. Nasabtan? Nasabtan ninyo?
Yes, miss.
Yes,
Yes,
miss.
miss.
Yes, miss.
Lisod kayo atong first na topic, no? Nindot kayo. Makutaw gid ang utok. Okay. So again, I will explain. When you say statement of opinion or when you say opening statement, inyuhaning kaugalingon nga opinion. This is your own opinion regarding, or this is your own stand. Di ba no? We have different stands. We have the positive, the negative. If you will agree or disagree, this is your own stand regarding the issue presented. So, for example, the topic is about the homework, whether or not it is important. You will decide already if you will agree that it is not important, or you will disagree, or you will agree that it is important, or you will disagree that it is not important, that it is important. So mukuan mupili na dayon mo kung importante ba ni siya or not important. No, sa sugod pa lang. Why? This is very crucial. This is the meat of the persuasive text. Mo ni siya usa sa pinakatan-awon. So in reading, so inigbasa na mo ana, inigbasa na ko ana, bati gani ang opening sentence or ang opening statement kanang libog gani wala ka nagtarong og sulti sa imong position, dili na dayon na padayon og basa because naglibog na gani ka sa sugod. That is why in the opening statement or in your opening paragraph, you really need to stand or to defend your point. So for example, if you will agree nga importante ang homeworks in school, then you are going to explain there why is it important. Or for example, that you will say that homeworks are important in school because it will enhance the learning of the students. No, I agree that that homework is very important because blah blah blah. So imo na nang isulti didto nga mo agree ka nga homework is important. Okay? You can also use other techniques. So sa sugod pa lang daan na nakay position or na nakay kanabitang strong position or strong na stand or strong idea or opinion regarding the topic. Okay, do you get me?
Yes, miss.
Yes.
Yes, miss.
Yes, miss.
Okay, very good.
Yes, miss.
So next is the arguments. So the arguments or series of arguments section is a series of points with supporting evidence. So here is where you try to convince the reader into believing your point of view on a particular issue. As a basis, you should have at least three main argument points and you can include more if necessary. So in this part, ara na musud ang mga example. So the examples or situational examples kay inyo na nang enumerate din ha. So for example, moingon mo nga ni-agree mo nga important ang homework. So you are going to enumerate their situations wherein homeworks are important. Ingon ana na in the argument section. So you're going to write there what are some examples nga ng homework kay important. So in arguments, you are going to have evidences or support your position or your stand. Okay? Now there are
Okay,
three
Miss.
types. Okay, there are three types of arguments. You have the logos or logic. This is according to logic. Logos is an argument based on facts, evidence, and reason. Using logos means appealing to the reader's sense of what is logical. So kung unsay mga fact, evidence, unsay siya makita. For example, my 3 decades of experience in public service, my tireless commitment to people of this community, and my willingness to reach across the aisle and cooperate with the opposition make me the ideal candidate for your mayor. So, when you say logos, this is according to facts, this is according to experience, to real events, according to logic. Mo na siya, naagi evidences nga makita, naagi facts nga ma-reveal. Okay? You can use that. Okay. You can also use ethos or ethics or image. What is this? Ethos is an argument based on character. Using ethos means the writer or speaker appeals to the audience's sense of ethical behavior. The writer or speaker presents him or herself to the audience as a credible, trustworthy, honest, and being ethical. Example, I am an ethical expert, so believe what I say. So in here, in ethos or ethics, you will believe or you will be enumerating things that is according to the behavior. No, so for example, mo to kung ingon nga dili ta mo tuo og tao kung nagpataka ra siya og storya or dili organized ang yang storya because it is not believable. So, if ingon ana, di ta mo tuo. But if the person is really structured, kanang maayo siya mo storya, then we will believe the person. Am I right? No, mao man natong buhat
Yes,
permino.
Miss.
Mm. Samot na
Yes,
mabugyag wala
Miss.
kay mo atong iPen, no? Matuod dayon ta tag 20 lang usa niya mo refer kuno siya na di wala na dito naabot balik. Naka-apil pa mo ng iPen? Mukha abot ana, okay. Okay, so ethos is according to ethics or according to the image or ethics. Image, di ba? Mga ta, ayo baka masira akong image. Image is the kind of aura or the kind of behavior that you are going to present to the public. Pathos or emotion or passion. Pathos is an argument based on feelings. So depende unsay gibati nimo ana. Using pathos means appealing to readers' emotions and feelings. So for example, better men than us have fought and died to preserve this great nation. Now is our turn to return the favor for God and country and gentlemen. So when you're going to use pathos, you appeal to the emotions of the people or to the one reading. No. So meaning if you're going to create or if you're going to write an argumentative essay or argumentative I mean sorry, persuasive text or persuasive essay, you're going to appeal to the mind using logo, 'di ba? No, so one a. To the heart or emotion, the pathos, and the other one is the ethos or the ethics of the person. Am I right? So
Yes,
either
Miss.
okay. So 'di ba ang gibutang dito no sa katong series of arguments kay dapat tulo. You can use one pathos, one logos or one ethos. Or you can use puros logos depende ninyo on how you will convince the person to believe in you. So muhatag mo og series of situations nga mo apply na ang kana siya. Manong di naman ni kasud si Zel. Okay. Nasabtan ra?
Miss.
Oh,
Yes,
and
Yes,
Miss.
Miss.
Lauren. Oh, ang
Yes,
imanay.
Miss.
Miss.
Okay. So, so nga na no. So in the body of a persuasive text, always remember that you need to insert examples or situations nga ni-apply na siya imong stand. So for example, kato ang topic is all about katong homeworks. If ni agree ka nga ang homeworks is important in school, so sa imong series of arguments dapat mga situations nga importante ang homeworks. For example, musulti ba karon din ha nga, for example no, one example kay during the class discussion wala kaayo ka nakasabot sa teacher. So when you did the homework at home, you studied by yourself, nakasabot na dayon ka kay tungod na studihan nimo ang process. So that is one example. That is according to logos or real life nga nahitabo. Now, for example, another example nga na importante siya because it will help you with your study habits. Kanang maka-study jud ka every night para maka-ready ka sa mga kuan, sa mga things nga mabuhat ika sunod na pud nga sunod nga day sa school. So, that is another thing. So, dapat inyong i-enumerate unsa ang mga examples nga nagamit na siya nga position or stand or argument. Do you get me?
Yes, Miss.
Yes,
Mm.
Miss.
Dapat ganyan. Okay. You need to remember that because you will be writing your own persuasive text. Okay. Now next part is the sum up or the concluding part or the conclusion. So in sum up or conclusion, this is also very crucial because you are going to summarize everything. So yung ani na siya inig so good the opening statement mo na siya magsilbi nga basihan, tan-awon na siya ang opening statement kung nindot ba. Now, inig arguments, kung nindot gani ang opening statement, ma-convince na dayon na ang mga readers nga mobasa. Now, ang inyong arguments will just support, but it is also very important. It will support the argument so that the readers will believe in you. And then the conclusion is the one that will decide unsa good ang imuang stand. So the conclusion, in this section, you will strongly repeat what you believe in with a summary of your argument points. So in the conclusion part, you will just repeat what you have said or what you have written, not really in the same words. Inyo lang i-paraphrase or rephrase what you have said in the first paragraph and what you have said or enumerated in the different arguments. Murag inyo lang siyang i-summarize. Okay? So for example, sige, I will give you 3 minutes to read this example of persuasive structure. Okay. Kita ra? Sige ha, read. Read with your eyes only. Nahuman nagbasa?
Yes, Miss.
Okay, very good.
Yes, Miss.
Sige. I want you to dissect the parts. No, tanawan ninyo kung giunsa siya pag-use ang different parts. Okay. So what have you noticed? Sige. The title is Stop Polluting the Ocean. So first is they ask kaniya no kung how would you feel if there were plastic bottles? So what is the stand? Unsa may stand niya? Unsa may stand niya about pollution? Dapat i-stop, 'di ba? No,
Yes,
ang
Yes,
Miss.
stand pa dapat i-stop ang pollution. So in the opening statement pa lang in the ay sorry. Sorry. In the opening statement pa lang niya, iyan ang gi-clear ang iyang point nga dapat stop ang pollution because it can cause bigger problems. Nga mauna siya kana mga problems. And then if you see in the series of arguments, there are facts already and examples kung nganong makadaot ang kaniyang mga butanga. 'Di ba? Am I right? Or or what are the things that you need to do in order for you to help in help in stopping the pollution of the ocean. No. So na mga examples siya gihatag. Unsa man nga mga examples ang iyang mga gihatag? Number one, you can drink water from the tap instead of using water bottles. Okay, another one. Unsa pa may laing example nga iyang gihatag?
take
Also,
Take
reusable
your
reusable
shopping bag to the
shopping bags to the
supermarket.
supermarket
Shopping
instead
bag.
of
Good.
using
So
plastic
instead
one.
of
instead of
using
using plastic.
Thank you so much. Instead of using plastic bags, you use eco bags or reusable bags. So these are examples na iyang gi-insert so that it will support his or her stand or opinion about stopping pollution. Nga siya di jud siya musugot nga naay pollution or iyang stand is stop good ang pollution. And then the concluding statement is all about or is just a summary of what is said in the whole argument and in the opening statement. So here ocean is everyone's problem or ocean pollution. We must work together to protect our ocean and save these precious environments for future generations. So in this part here, mura na siya o kanang nag-conclude, o yan ang gi-summarize tanan unsay angay buhaton sa mga tao or unsay angay nga buha kana unsay unod sa iyahang text no nasabtan ra.
Yes,
Yes,
Yes.
Miss.
Miss.
Okay, very good. Okay, so here, do you have any questions?
No.
Sige na, be honest. Hala, one any questions?
None so far.
Okay,
So
none
far,
so
Miss.
far. So if you do not have any question, we will have a quiz. No. Sige, be. Before we have a we have before we are going to have a quiz, I would be asking you questions. Sige. Okay. First, what is a persuasive text? Without reading your notes in your own words, what is a persuasive text?
It means to convince.
Yes, in other in very short term or in very short description, persuasive text is only to convince people. Very good. Who answered that?
Me, ma'am.
Eliza.
Okay, Eliza Lauren. So very good, Eliza. So when you say persuasive text, the only purpose of that text is to persuade or convince people to believe in you. Maura gyud na. Walay laing tumong. No. That is what you're going to put in your mind. Nga you're writing this to convince other people. Maura gyud. Okay, now what is the first part or first part of the persuasive text?
Title.
Title.
The title.
Title.
Next one.
Title.
Next one is the
Title.
what is the title?
Opening statement.
Ethos.
The
Opening
opening
statement, ma'am.
statement. Very good.
Opening
Opening
statement.
statement. Okay. So next.
Opening statement.
Okay. Thank
Series
you
of
so much.
arguments.
Series of
Series.
Argument.
Yes. Thank you
Arguments.
so much. And then the last part is
Concluding.
Concluding
Concluding
statement.
statement.
Concluding
the concluding
statement.
statement or the summary or the conclusion. So those are just the three parts. Now, in the arguments or series of arguments, you can use three things. What are these three things that you can use?
Logic.
Logos,
Logos,
ethos, and pathos.
Pathos.
Or ethos.
logos, ethos, and
Or
pathos.
pathos.
Very good. So do not forget that. And put in your mind that the only goal of persuasive text is to convince and persuade other people. You get me?
Yes, miss.
Yes.
Okay. Now, thank you so much for listening.